Senator Barbara Boxer is a $20 a ton tax on carbon dioxide emissions that will go up every year at 5.4%. This will result in exactly what Barack Obama said, that under his plan of cap and trade, electricity rates must necessarily skyrocket. But what becomes more disturbing about this is the National Association of Manufacturers. That's right, manufacturers. Everybody rails on about how we want more manufacturing business and want to build America and stop losing jobs overseas. But according to this report, a true scientific report, this plan that Rush Holt so adamantly endorses and all of his opponents will result in the net loss of 34,000 jobs in New Jersey alone. These people are willing to sacrifice our economic liberty and our economic future for this radical view that will redistribute America's wealth to the four corners of the globe. Here's my position. I want America to be not energy neutral, but be a net exporter of gas and oil to the rest of the world. You're going to see this on a TV spot, thanks to Lauren and her creativity. In essence, drill, baby, drill. Drill here, drill now. And so what's the net? We see this explosion of federal government. $17 trillion debt, massive budget deficits. They can't even come up with a budget. They have these continuing resolutions. They don't even have a budget. More spending, more entitlement programs, more debt, and they want even more spending. And what are we seeing out of this massive government? Exactly what the founding fathers of this country knew would happen if we let government spin out of control. An intrusion into our privacy. We see the Internal Revenue Service going after Tea Party groups and going after voter ID groups. That's who it is this year. Maybe next year it'll be community organizers. Maybe it'll be the Sierra Club. Who knows? But I will tell you this, the IRS is becoming a real threat to American individual liberty. And as a U.S. Senator, I look forward to the day that we dismantle the IRS as we know it. Then, up behind them comes the National Security Agency, gathering millions of telephone records of Americans like you and I, probably every one of us. And at first they said they didn't do it. Then it turns out they did. And they said, oh, well, we had to do it for your safety. Then they were accused of collecting millions of emails records. They said they didn't do it. Then they turned out they did. And they told us it's for our safety. Now they said they don't read those emails. I don't believe that, not one little bit. I don't believe anything they say, because I don't trust them. Folks, I don't trust our government. As Patrick Henry said, and this is not often quoted, is that government is a necessary evil. We need to return to remembering that to bring government under control. This election in October is going to be the clearest line-in-the-sand election between a conservative and a liberal New Jersey's ever seen. Right? I am not going to apologize for the things I believe in, the things that I represent on your behalf. I do not care which one of the four Democrats are nominated. They're all exactly the same. They are all rubber stamps for the entire Obama agenda, from top to bottom. They're all excuse makers for the IRS and NSA's intrusion into our privacy. At a Bloomberg News conference 2 weeks ago, Cory Booker, the proposed front-runner, and I don't know if that's truly the case, was asked by a reporter how he felt about the privacy issue and the intrusion into our privacy by the NSA, the IRS, and the DOJ, and surveillance. And his response was one of those sort of vague, Hollywood type of responses that you would expect. And it was exactly what President Obama had said a week earlier. What Cory Booker said was he looks forward to a robust discussion about privacy in our lives and the use of surveillance. Well, my response to Cory Booker and President Obama is this. We had that robust discussion. It was 237 years ago. It was called the American Revolution. We won the argument. We won what we believed in, and that is our liberty is based on our privacy, our right to freedom of speech without fear of retribution, people reading our emails, all of those things. If the Founding Fathers ever thought that people would have their mail read, what would they think about us today that we'd allow such a thing? That the government would listen in on our conversations whether by phone or any members, what would they think? What are we doing as Americans, abdicating the education of our children and our privacy? Now, that's not going to happen in this country. This election will be a referendum not just on the Obama agenda, but will also be a referendum on the future of the United States Constitution and the state of New Jersey. It's only right that this battle returns to New Jersey, the crossroads of the American Revolution. We will establish exactly what that means in the weeks to come, over the next 11 weeks. My 4 Democrat potential opponents are fighting each other. There's a front page story in the Record newspaper how all of them are running to the left of Barack Obama, if you can believe that. So as they mobilize their liberal, far-left Democrat base, all the environmental wackos who think millions will die if we don't shut down American industry, all the nuts who want to take control of our health care, all of those who want to gather data on our children, as they move them to the polls on those dog days of summer, they're only going to have 8 weeks to try to convince people that they're not as far left liberal as they say. They said. They're not going to have the 6 months you usually have between June and November. We're not going to let New Jersey forget. You guys can't let your friends and neighbors forget. It's going to be up to you. I'm your candidate, and I'm here because I've had so much time the last year to work with many of you, from Terry Land and Jeff and others in this room, on issues that were so key to America, that I've been able to learn from the grassroots how passionate Americans are about their liberty. And I've been humbled by the support that I've had across the state. But it's come from you guys. And this victories will come from you in Camden County. Now, just so you know how it works, I win on October 16th. We're going to have a great night. And then the next day, I'll go to Washington to be sworn in. Special election, that's how it works. So I go down to Washington, D.C., and I'll have a meeting with Mitch McConnell in the morning. And Mr. McConnell will say, welcome to the Republican U.S. Senate. We like to assign you a mentor. This is what they do. You pick a mentor. And you have 2 choices, then you get one of those 2. So my 2 choices will be Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Senator Rand Paul. Join that and other great senators like Jeff Sessions in building that conservative caucus that can put America back on track. But after that, you go out into the offices and you get escorted. I will be escorted through the corridors into the Senate chambers to be sworn in. And I will be escorted under protocol by the sitting senior U.S. New Jersey Senator, Bob Menendez. Yes, indeed. I look forward to the look on Senator Menendez's face as we stroll hand in hand. You deliver, Camden County delivers, the first Republican U.S. conservative Senator of New Jersey in 42 years. So thank you, God bless you.